Today is July 8th, 2024. With Pam and Savannah being involved in this. Well, Pam worked at Altman Hospital as a nurse. And her daughter was dating my husband. Okay? She's already confessed. What was it? April 26th, 23rd, something like that, of 24. In Walmart on the Strip on a Sunday, that she was in it with Dave in a cyber stalking. I told you that day was a hotbed. Guy walks in on the phone. I listened to the recorded line. That agent did admit to telling on him, and he did talk to her like that. They better take care of this. Then we're by the canned veggie aisle again. An officer in uniform shows up. Karen, I've been listening to all this. Okay? We all know nobody drugs anybody, and it was a drug cartel in your home. And we all know that guy told on you before. And I want to know how he heard it and takes off after. Well, where the Stark County Sheriff's made fun of this guy, Kurt, for falling for this in 21, he tells people to stay out of this. Some guy's on the phone with him by the ladies' clothing aisle. They still have the tapes. And he's on the phone with him. Kurt, none of this is funny. They have that agent taped. He was in it with Dave and he stole her money and he told on her before. And they have these people taped. They made everything up on her. None of this is funny. Stay out. Everybody needs to stay out of this. Then the icing on the cake. Pam Strange with her granddaughter. Uncle Dave said he had someone tape her before. Oh, they'll verify it. We walk out and people working the case busted out laughing. Took her long enough to confess she was in it with Dave and those stalking tapes. They already confessed that they photoshopped everything and drugged her and told her to say it before and made everything up on her. Okay? Her kids better not back anything on those tapes before, because we already know they taped him defending her. That means they were in it with Dave and Savannah the whole time, trying to kill her and cover it up. The police better arrest them. So if Pam working at Altman Hospital, where they December 30th, 23, my God, nobody's to talk to these people. They had some guy impersonate a doctor from Altman Hospital selling people's information. And the hospital gets sued. And no one's going to back those doctors from before. My God, they were all lying, ripping her off, making her sick with medication errors. No one's going to ever back somebody lying and making somebody sick and lying so bad that they have brain tumors and there's nothing wrong with her, but her muscles locked up. No one's going to back that because it's fraud. They all lied. And Altman family physicians told on them in 2002 that they were doing insurance fraud. They were making me sick on purpose so I'd have to keep coming back, sharing me with their associates and friends, getting kickbacks from the drug companies from $200 to $1,000 per bad prescription, then making me sick enough to want to do unnecessary procedures. My God, they wanted to take part of my brain out. And there was nothing wrong but swelling from the meds. Now, if Pam thought she could twist stuff around being an RN nurse, she cannot request my own medical files. It takes only me. She can't even suggest for them to pull it. She'll go to jail, and Altman Hospital will sue her. And I can sue her. I have a right to privacy. And there's HIPAA violations. She can't even look at my records. She can't suggest to anybody to look at them, trying to twist it around. Trying to think those crackpots that falsely diagnosed me across the board and almost killed me. And even the police officer Mark, it's documented medication errors. It's documented medical malpractice. It was fraud. They were defrauding me of my insurance. Lying I had all this stuff wrong with me, making me sick, swell up over 150 pounds. My thyroid, adrenal gland shut down. My brain swelled, caused seizures, mini heart attacks, enlarged the heart valves, so I'd have many heart attacks. My heart's still damaged. Swell up so bad my knees are popping out of place. Had to walk with canes and braces. They told me I had level 2 brain tumors. Wanted to remove my pituitary gland. Caused brain swelling. My heart's still damaged from the enlarged valves. It still flutters at times. Huh? So, does she think she can be a smartass and tell people pull my medical record and then try to back people defrauded me, almost killing me? Because that's going to get her in jail. She don't even have a right to suggest anything on me. She can't look at any of my medical records. I have to sign a release. She can't suggest for anybody to pull them. It's illegal for her to even put her name on anything for me, medically. And Altman Hospital will sue the guts out of her for HIPAA violations. And I can sue the guts out of her. She's already confessed she was in it with the cyber stalking. That's what it's considered when you put up on cameras watching somebody through the internet. It's cyber stalking. Photoshopping that washing scene, the date rape drug confession, human trafficking me, had me drug beat and raped because her daughter's dating my husband at the time, and her involving herself with harming someone. She's looking at life in federal, and she's very dangerous. Like the police that watch me, no one would ever address what those doctors did to her before they even damaged her heart and didn't stop the medication. And it took another doctor to tell on them that they were ripping her off and lying. So the only thing can happen to those doctors from before is what? Jail time. Negligence is 1 to 8 years, $1.5 million fine. Then we got insurance fraud. We got attempted murder. Proven fact, when I got off the medication, I got well. It was chemically induced. Because I went and got well. Otherwise. And it took me 9 months to slowly get well. Brain swelling left within the first 2 months. Heart went back in rhythm, still flutters. Because they damaged it. Thyroid, adrenal gland started working again. All the swelling took 9 months to leave my body and me to learn to walk again. So who's going to say they defrauded someone to the point they almost killed them? Told you I was in pain management. Oh, we'll try addressing it this way. Da-da-da-da. And it's like, no. Oh, sure it is. Well, you want out of pain, right? Well, yeah. So much pain I couldn't stand it. We'll try this. You know what it causes? Your whole body to swell. From your feet, your knees popping out of place, your heart valves enlarge, many heart attacks, thyroid, adrenal gland shut down, and your brain starts swelling. And those idiots lied to the point they said I had level 2 brain tumors and wanted to remove my pituitary gland. They were defrauding me that much. So if she thinks she's going to twist anything that they were lying, ripping me off, she's going to go to jail. And Altman Hospital will sue her for abusing being a nurse. She can't even look at my medical records. I was going out with this one guy for a little while. He goes to this one doctor. His ex-wife is a nurse there. She called him up and said, well, what did the doctor say? He said, it's none of your damn business. And I find out you ever looked at my file, I'll own that doctor's office. There's HIPAA violations, 1 to 5. And a $250,000 fine. That's how much she can't even suggest anything on me before. And the police already documented, like Officer Mark said, none of this is funny. The lady said in August of last year on a Tuesday. And car's bugged. Okay? In August of 23. No, this is funny. Did her ex-husband defend her? He said, yes, we taped him. Did anybody ever talk to her? No. Then they had to have framed her. He said it's documented and verified she was framed before. Was it the drug cartel? He said, yes, we've seen them. And it's been documented that another woman was using her insurance before. And it's documented it was medication errors that made her sick before. She's like, none of this is funny. He said, I know it's not. It's documented, even by the police, medical malpractice. The Altman family physicians encouraged Dave and I for 2 years to sue him. Strange pushed Danny to suicide, and I had to take and get a full-time job, hire a babysitter so he wouldn't try to kill himself again, and I take him to counseling 3 times a week and to a psychiatrist. So, because he tried to kill himself, he had to have counseling and meds because he literally tried to kill himself. And he became bulimic. That's why he has no teeth. He had post-traumatic syndrome. That meant he told the Stark County Child and Adolescent Center, they found it last year in the county records, that he told them that Strange took him that day, screamed at him on the pulpit till he passed out, wouldn't let him eat, and screamed at him until he did what he was told. He's a little 14-year-old kid. And that's why he tried to kill himself. He told Georgine Fofuso, Linda, at the Child and Adolescent Center, Stark County social workers. He told a Stark County psychiatrist for the Child and Adolescent Center that. And he told the Crisis Center. He was diagnosed with post-traumatic syndrome. Was on medication for 2 years. Strange pushed him that hard when they thought I caught Tim and Katie together. When he made up that shitty lie, he took Danny that day and pushed him to suicide. That's how not funny that church is. Harming children. I'm going to upload this.